The hype for the Batman is real. We are merely days away from seeing this movie on the big screen, but that is not stopping Matt Reeves from already talking about a possible sequel. Hey everybody, I am Robert Storms. You guys finding me for the very first time, please do me a massive favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, that way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on the channel. So Matt Reeves is already doing the press tour for the Batman, and the questions come up, hey, are you guys going to be doing a sequel? And Matt Reeves says this, I mean, look, you don't make a number one as if there's going to be a number two, said Matt Reeves. You make a number one as if you're swinging for the fences, and it has to be a movie that stands and lives on its own. So that's what Matt Reeves comes out and said. But I really believe in what we've done, and it'll be exciting to tell more stories. We're already telling other stories in the streaming space. We're doing stuff on HBO Max. We're doing a Penguin show with Colin Farrell. I had no idea that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. I knew they were doing a Gordon thing, which I'm looking forward to. I had no idea they were doing a Penguin thing. But, I mean, that could be pretty cool, actually. And he actually said, which is going to be super cool, and we're doing some other stuff too. But we already started talking about another movie. But right now, we're just putting it out there in the world, and it'll just enjoy this. Okay, so yeah, so I didn't know about the Penguin thing. Like that's breaking news to me. Holy buckets of wiener shits, guys. We've got a Penguin show coming to HBO Max. That's crazy. That's crazy, but that's cool. That's cool. But Matt Reeves did say before that he's hoping to have a trilogy of movies out of this. And while he's doing his press tour, he was talking about, in the UK premiere of the Batman, and he said, yeah, I want to do a trilogy. I want to tell more stories. And this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, really, because this is the guy who did the Planet of the Apes trilogy. He didn't do the first one, but he did Dawn and he did War. He did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes. Like, he did the two most successful movies in the Planet of the Apes trilogy. Well, I mean, he just took what he did with Planet of the Apes was phenomenal. And that's why everybody really trusts Matt Reeves when it comes to this project. I mean, we all look at the Batman trailers and we're like, this movie looks phenomenal. Like, this movie looks like it's going to be a grounded, detective, dirty, like noir type story for the Batman. It's going to be superheroes based in even more realism. Like you think Christopher Nolan's Batman was like based in complete realism? I really feel like the Batman is going to be even more down to earth, more grounded in realism. I think they're trying to tell this story. I think it's leading up to the Court of Owls, whether this story evolves into the Court of Owls storyline or the Court of Owls is something that they're going to build into the other movies. No doubt, I heard there's rumors going to be Joker's going to have a cameo or something in there. They're going to want to put another Joker in this trilogy. Even though I would personally like to see them try someone else. I want to see more characters, not just the Joker all the time. I really don't want to see the Joker all the time, but that's what they're going to be trying to do. They're going to be trying to really build this trilogy out. There's no way that when they brought in Matt Reeves and signed on all these actors, they're like, oh yeah, we want you to come in for this one movie. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all, Cotton. They want to sign these actors and stuff, and they're like, oh, we want to do a trilogy of these movies. And I would actually like to see them do more than a trilogy. Why is everything a trilogy now? That's what I don't understand. Right? Like, everything's a trilogy, right? There was no reason why the new Star Wars movies had to be a trilogy. And then you can see where they just had to rush and cram everything in because they had no sense of, world building and Rise of Skywalker. They didn't have no path. They didn't set anything up. So they did everything really clumsily in Rise of Skywalker. But why did you do a trilogy? Just say, okay, we done fucked up. We're going to do an episode 10 as well. Why do a trilogy? Like, if this Batman iteration is so successful and people really like it, go for a fourth one, a fifth one, as long as the actors want to keep going. If the actors don't want to come back after the third one, then we don't do a trilogy. But this whole, we're going to go ahead and do a trilogy, reboot. Why has everything got to be a trilogy? Go above and beyond if your actors are willing to. Sign them up for a trilogy, but hope for the best. But anyway, guys, the Batman, Matt Reeves says they definitely want to do a sequel. So that is very, very much a positive note. But I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about Matt Reeves coming out and confirming A sequel is already underway. Leave those comments in the comment box below. Smash that like button. Stay up to date on all future stuff on the channel by hitting that subscribe button. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that is my opinion.